The 8th of February 2016, North Sea, along the coasts of England, Germany, and the Netherlands. 30 sperm whales washed ashore, lifeless, their massive bodies strewn across shallow waters where humans could see them for the first time. These whales were among the ocean's largest creatures. Some measured 16 meters in length, weighed nearly 90,000 pounds, and yet, despite their enormous size and status as near apex predators, they were found dead far from their usual hunting grounds. The scene was alarming, not only for its scale, but for what it suggested. Something had gone terribly wrong beneath the waves, far out of sight from human eyes. Rescuers, who arrived too late to save the whales, immediately noticed peculiar marks etched into the animal's thick skin, deep scars, long parallel scratches that told a story of violent underwater struggle. These injuries were not the result of rocks, boat collisions, or other ordinary hazards of life in the ocean. They bore the unmistakable signature of combat. The only known predators of adult sperm whales are orcas, but these whales' injuries were unlike anything orcas would leave. Experts quickly concluded that the marks were the result of encounters with one of the ocean's most elusive and formidable creatures, the giant squid. The giant squid inhabits the deep ocean, a realm humans barely understand. For centuries, it remained a legend, whispered about by sailors and chronicled in myths of monstrous sea creatures capable of dragging entire ships beneath the waves. These stories, often attributed to the Kraken, were largely dismissed by scientists until the mid-19th century, when the remains of massive tentacles began washing ashore in Europe. In 1857, a Danish naturalist named Japetus Stenstrup formally described the giant squid and assigned it the name Architeuthis. For the first time, the Kraken had a real counterpart in the natural world. Yet even with specimens in hand, the full size and nature of these creatures remained shrouded in mystery. The 20th century provided only sporadic glimpses of the giant squid. In 1978, a Soviet research vessel retrieved a massive squid specimen from Antarctic waters, far larger and heavier than any previously studied. Initially believed to be a giant squid, it was later determined to be an entirely different species, the colossal squid, or Mesonicoteuthis hamiltoni. Unlike the Architeuthis family, the colossal squid is bulkier, heavier, and equipped with shorter arms tipped with rotating hooks, designed for gripping struggling prey in the deep, cold Antarctic waters. Despite this clarification, the giant squid remains the longest squid species in the ocean, capable of reaching lengths longer than a standard school bus when including its tentacles. While the colossal squid holds the record for mass dot, the first direct observations of living giant squid were long delayed by their extreme habitat. These creatures dwell merely 2 kilometers below the ocean's surface, in crushing pressures, near total darkness, and an environment that human technology struggles to reach. It was not until 2007, off the coast of Japan, that researchers successfully lured a giant squid using a baited line. The squid, a young female measuring approximately 11 feet in mantle length, struck the bait and was reeled to the surface, cameras capturing the historic footage. Tragically, the squid died shortly after reaching shallower waters. It was not adapted to survive outside the high-pressure environment of its natural habitat. Nevertheless, this marked the first ever documentation of a living giant squid. Turning centuries of myth into a tangible reality, giant squids possess the largest eyes in the animal kingdom, each roughly the size of a volleyball, sometimes larger than a human head. These immense eyes evolved to detect the faintest traces of bioluminescence in the deep sea, the subtle glow of a jellyfish, the shadow of a distant predator, or the disturbance caused by the passing of a sperm whale. Once a target is detected, the squid deploys its most formidable adaptations. 8 arms and 2 elongated feeding tentacles, each lined with suction cups rimmed with serrated teeth, provide both grip and defense. Remarkably, these appendages contain their own neural networks, allowing the arms to respond independently of the squid's brain, a form of decentralized processing that enhances its hunting efficiency. Should the squid encounter danger, it can expel a cloud of ink, which at extreme depths can mimic the squid's shape to confuse attackers, granting the opportunity for escape. The sheer size of the giant squid is extraordinary. While most common squids reach no more than 1 meter in length, Architeuthis can grow to 13 meters when tentacles are included. The soft, buoyant body, reinforced internally by a thin, flexible pen, allows it to attain massive dimensions without the constraints of a heavy exoskeleton. In the deep ocean, where movement is slow, light is absent, and food is scarce, such gigantism provides multiple advantages: enhanced energy storage, thermoregulation, and improved chances against predators such as sperm whales. Deep-sea gigantism is not limited to squids. Many organisms inhabiting extreme depths demonstrate similar trends. Growing far larger than their shallow water relatives, reproduction follows a unique strategy. Females release thousands, sometimes millions, of eggs suspended in gelatinous clouds that drift through the deep ocean. Survival rates for these hatchlings are low, with most dying before reaching maturity. Those that do survive gradually grow over several years, maturing into apex predators capable of defending themselves against even the ocean's largest hunters. The hunting method of the giant squid is precise and terrifying. Once it detects movement, it launches its 2 feeding tentacles with lightning speed, securing prey with suction cups that embed into flesh. The arms then coil, orient, and exert tremendous force, guiding prey toward the squid's sharp, parrot-like beak. Powerful muscles deliver a crushing bite capable of slicing through shells or fish with alarming efficiency. Though unable to sustain long chases, the squid relies on sudden bursts of jet propulsion. Water drawn into the mantle cavity is expelled through the siphon, propelling the squid backward at surprising speed and short, strategic movements. Even apex predators like sperm whales are not immune to these attacks. Deep-sea encounters often leave whales bearing scars, circular suction marks, long lacerations, and sometimes even hooks embedded in flesh from colossal squid relatives. Yet sperm whales remain largely dominant, frequently consuming giant squids. Their stomachs contain hundreds of squid beaks, evidence of the deadly struggles below. The 2016 North Sea strandings, however, underscore the high-risk nature of such hunts. Scientists believe the whales, straying into shallow waters with complex topography and poor sonar conditions, became disoriented, ultimately leading to mass beachings. While the squid likely did not directly cause the deaths, the marks on the whales offer a rare glimpse into the violent encounters that unfold deep in the ocean. Far from human observation, almost everything known about giant squids derives from dead or stranded specimens, occasionally supplemented by rare footage captured in their natural habitat. For every squid discovered, countless others vanish into the ocean's abyss, leaving their stories untold. The North Sea strandings, the deep-sea footage off Japan, and the centuries-long pursuit of these creatures illustrate a persistent theme. The ocean holds more mysteries than humanity has ever been able to observe. Even in the modern age, with advanced technology and global scientific efforts, the vast majority of the ocean, more than 95%, remains unexplored. If it took centuries to document a single squid, one wonders what other forms of life lie in the deep, waiting to challenge our understanding of the natural world. Asterisk. Despite their incredible size and adaptations, giant squids are not invincible. Their primary predator, the sperm whale, is equipped to survive the crushing depths of the ocean where Architeuthis thrives. Sperm whales routinely dive to depths of 2,000 meters, sometimes even deeper, hunting the very squids whose scars have fascinated scientists for centuries. Equipped with sophisticated echolocation, they navigate the pitch-black environment, detecting movements and echoes that betray the presence of prey. When a sperm whale closes in on a giant squid, the encounter is a high-stakes battle. The squid lashes out with its massive tentacles, attempting to entangle or injure the predator, while the whale maneuvers with intelligence and brute strength to subdue the prey. The scars found on stranded whales, deep circular wounds, and long lacerations, provide direct evidence of these intense confrontations. Interestingly, the dynamics of these interactions reveal much about deep-sea life. For the squid, survival is a matter of strategy rather than pure force. Its neural networks in the arms allow it to react independently, creating a multi-directional assault on attacking whales. Meanwhile, the whale's endurance, lung capacity, and echolocation provide a counterbalance. Yet even when the whale emerges victorious, it often carries the marks of the struggle, a permanent reminder that life in the deep ocean is far from peaceful. Some whales display entire trails of suction cup imprints along their skin, evidence of the immense strength required to restrain these invertebrate leviathans. The colossal squid introduces a different set of adaptations to this predator-prey equation. Its shorter, sturdier arms, tipped with rotating hooks, make it more formidable than the giant squid in direct confrontation. While heavier and bulkier, the colossal squid compensates for reduced speed with immense physical power, capable of inflicting serious injury on large predators. Yet despite these advantages, colossal squids are rarely encountered, and much of their behavior remains inferred from stranded specimens, stomach contents of predators, and sporadic sightings in Antarctic waters. Comparatively, giant squids maintain dominance in the deep-sea realm due to their superior length and ability to ambush prey with precise, far-reaching tentacles. The distinction between these two species underscores a fundamental principle of deep-sea ecology. Even creatures of extraordinary size and power exist within finely tuned niches, each evolving unique adaptations to survive in a challenging and resource-scarce environment. The energy demands of deep-sea life also play a significant role in shaping behavior. Unlike shallow water squids that live fast and die young, giant squids follow a slower rhythm. Low temperatures, high pressures, and limited food sources necessitate energy-efficient strategies. Movement is deliberate, hunting involves calculated strikes, and metabolism is slow, enabling the squid to survive longer between meals. This slow growth is essential for attaining their colossal size. In addition, the deep ocean imposes constraints on reproduction. The gelatinous egg clouds released by females drift in nutrient-poor waters, relying on ocean currents for distribution. The majority of hatchlings fail to reach adulthood, victims of predation or environmental hazards. Yet those that survive continue the lineage of some of the ocean's most enigmatic predators. Encounters between giant squids and sperm whales illustrate the balance of risk and reward in deep-sea ecosystems. For the whale, the caloric benefit of capturing a squid is immense. One fully grown Architeuthis provides a substantial protein-rich meal capable of sustaining a whale for extended periods, justifying the energy expenditure and danger involved in hunting. Yet the struggle can be deadly. Miscalculations, entanglement, or rapid ascents to the surface can result in injury or disorientation, as likely happened in the 2016 North Sea strandings. Here, environmental factors compounded the risks. Shallow waters, rising seabed topography, and poor sonar reflection likely led the whales to misjudge their surroundings, producing a tragic outcome for these deep-sea giants. The predatory strategies of giant squids are also fascinating in their nuance. They often rise above prey, looming with long feeding tentacles extended, then strike in a coordinated motion that maximizes grip and minimizes escape. Gravity and body mass play roles in controlling struggling prey. In cases where the prey is capable of escape, the squid can jet away, expelling water from its mantle cavity to propel itself backward, a maneuver that provides both sudden bursts of speed and a means to evade larger predators. These interactions exemplify the sophisticated evolutionary arms race of the deep sea: sensory perception, neural coordination, and physical power matched by the countermeasures of predators like the sperm whale. Historical accounts provide additional insight into human fascination with these creatures. Sailors' tales of the Kraken, often dismissed as exaggeration, contain kernels of truth. The appearance of massive tentacles on beaches and in fishermen's nets during the 19th century revealed that mythological monsters had real-world counterparts. Yet even with this knowledge, the ocean continues to challenge human understanding. For centuries, the true nature of these deep-sea squids remained inaccessible, observable only through stranded specimens, stomach contents of predators, and occasional fragments of tentacles. Modern technology has expanded our view, but only marginally. The deep ocean, covering the majority of the Earth's surface, remains largely unexplored. The implications of these discoveries extend beyond simple curiosity. Giant squids, colossal squids, and their interactions with predators like sperm whales provide insights into evolutionary biology, physiology, and ecosystem dynamics. Their size, anatomy, and hunting strategies are products of extreme environmental pressures, darkness, high pressure, and scarce resources. The phenomenon of deep-sea gigantism illustrates how life adapts to conditions radically different from those at the surface. Neural adaptations in tentacles demonstrate decentralized intelligence, while the eyes exemplify evolutionary responses to minimal light. These creatures are living laboratories, demonstrating the limits of vertebrate and invertebrate adaptations in extreme environments. Despite these insights, fundamental questions remain. How many giant squids survive to adulthood? How often do they successfully defend themselves against sperm whales? What other unknown predators or prey exist in the depths where sunlight never penetrates? Each specimen recovered or observed answers a few questions while raising many more. The 2016 strandings, while tragic, offered a rare glimpse into the physical evidence of these battles. Scars on whales, combined with stomach contents, provide a proxy for understanding deep-sea interactions, highlighting how much remains hidden beneath the waves. The deep ocean, a realm of extreme conditions and limited observation, continues to test human curiosity. Only a fraction of it has been explored, and even less has been studied with modern scientific rigor. For creatures like the giant squid, survival is a daily battle against environmental extremes and predators, with every interaction potentially recorded in scars, stomach contents, or fleeting glimpses captured on camera. Their existence challenges our understanding of what life can endure, grow into, and evolve under. In the end, the giant squid stands as a symbol of the unknown, a reminder that the ocean holds secrets humanity is only beginning to uncover. It is simultaneously terrifying and awe-inspiring, a creature of myth that exists in reality, capable of both defense and predation on a scale few can imagine. The story of the 2016 North Sea strandings, coupled with centuries of myth and decades of scientific discovery, illustrates the complex dance of life in the deep ocean. Predators and prey, myth and reality, survival and tragedy, these are the forces that define the lives of the giant squid and its remarkable ecosystem. And as technology continues to advance, the hope remains that we may one day witness these magnificent creatures fully in their natural habitat, not merely through scars, remains, or fleeting glimpses, but as living participants in the deep sea world that has shaped them for millennia. Until then, The giant squid remains a testament to the mysteries of the ocean, a creature both real and legendary, reminding us that even in the age of satellites, submarines, and global exploration, the majority of the planet and its most extreme life forms remains hidden, silent and untamed beneath the waves.